Is Golden Sword. Welcome to another episode of
You're quite studious. How splendid.
Valkyria Revolution. How's one from assassination? Is there one that I haven't seen yet? Okay. Well, we're back. We're going to play some more. And we're going to resume the story here and see where it takes us this time.
Then allow me to continue.
Story time. Yes, it is. Story time. Exactly what it is. What it needs to be. So we can get back into the story. And especially since we've lost a character. Let's see who else we can lose.
The 5 imperial powers of the world. Brenland, Preutzen, Frank, Hubstria, and Ruse. These empires held regular conferences known as the Vian Summit.
January 3rd, 1845 EC. Conference room. Belgov Palace.
That's the forum they used to exchange information on how best to govern Europa, wasn't it? The leading superpower was the British Empire. Like today, their country was the most influential in Europa.
Why is Emperor Claudius not here?
I'm sure you can guess the reason.
Well, it would seem that Jutland has him thoroughly whipped. There's no way he'd show his face now.
But it is still the dead of winter. I do hope his imperial posterior hasn't frozen to the throne.
I have a message from His Majesty to everyone present.
Let us hear it then. Speak.
Spring is nearly upon us.
Is that all?
Indeed it is.
What an amusing man.
I believe everyone understands its meaning. The time when the signs of spring surround us is the time the Ruzi Empire redraws the map of Europa. Please look forward to it.
That parvenu. Dreadful as ever. The temperature drops every time they enter the room.
Everything is as the ancient. The Valkyria wishes it to be.
Yay, chapter 4.
I'm honored that you've graced me with some of your time. I know you're a busy woman.
Nay, the honor is all mine. Thank you for this opportunity.
Let's dive right in. You've led Jutland to victory after victory, all the while solidifying its people's trust in you. The reason I asked for this interview is to learn how your Highness feels about the war and her plans for the future.
Please, ask anything you wish.
January 6, 1854. There is record that Ophilia was interviewed by Freet the Traitor. With a sincere voice, she spoke of why she stood on the front lines, as well as her aspirations for the people.
Many would describe this war as one fought for liberation.
Just so. The fight for freedom, liberation as you put it, has united the people as one.
I agree.
Furthermore, there is something I wish to inform you, now that the opportunity presents itself.
By all means.
Well, you see, within the ranks of the Ruzi Empire, someone who was thought to be long since dead, the Prince of Ipsaria, is alive.
Is that so?
Indeed.
It hasn't been confirmed.
This is a delicate matter, Your Highness. Would you allow me to decide whether or not to include this in the article?
Interesting. So, let's see what they do with the information, shall we?
The princess is the same as usual.
I'll be leaving out the shocking truth about Laertes.
Naturally. Amlet, it's dangerous having the princess and prince meet. Can you do anything at the site?
I can kill him.
Sorry for increasing your workload.
He says he's a grand general. That makes him an enemy.
Gotta wonder why, though. The Rucks do his folks in, so this one-armed wonder signs up as the Emperor's new pet? Please.
Regardless, we can't have her doing something unpredictable. I'm counting on you, Amlet.
Yeah.
Where you headed?
Where I'm needed. Violet is investigating. But now that discord has manifested at the Vian Summit, our best move is distracting Ruse with the major powers. If all goes according to plan, I can buy you time to upgrade and tune up your arsenal.
That's our Saul. His plotting face is not just for looks.
Never is.
You're quite studious.
Oh,
How
yeah.
splendid.
Lord Madkine.
Oh, Councilman Lindegard.
There is something I wish to ask you, if I may.
Oh? What's that?
Where is Councilman Kallenberg? I've not seen him for days.
What business do you have with Solomon?
There are rumors that he has left the country. Forgive my impertinence. I only asked because you and Miss Sophia shall soon be uniting your family with his. I merely assumed one of you might know his whereabouts.
I haven't heard anything. How about you?
I haven't either. He doesn't talk very much about work.
Thank you for letting us know, Councilman. I'll ask where he went the next time I see him.
I don't like him very well.
First question. The word princess doesn't usually call to mind someone wielding a sword or gun. I admit even now, sitting in front of you, trying to imagine you braving the battlefield is...
A bit difficult?
Yes, excuse my bluntness.
I did not want to be trapped by conventional ideas of what a princess ought to be. As I learned in my institute days, there is much and more I would never have known without leaving the palace walls.
It's my understanding that you excelled at the Institute of Alchemy.
Alchemy was not the only subject I studied there. I met people from many walks of life, and from them fostered different ways of thinking. 'Twas like entering a new world. Those experiences made me who I am today. And as a member of the royal family who holds the kingdom's fate in my hand, I felt it was my duty to protect the people I had met.
And that sense of duty is what compelled you to join Vannergund?
Just so. I applied the moment it was established.
And your father, His Majesty, did not oppose this at all?
But of course he did, along with half the country. Nevertheless, I worked hard to earn everyone's understanding and approval. Fortunately, my Ragnite aptitude complements my convictions. I suspect that played a role in swaying their opinions. History tells of many royal women who have taken the field. I am certainly no exception.
Well, this is true. I've heard stories of a Brennish princess who once led the charge in battle herself.
As you may know, the blood of that same princess flows through my veins.
Are you saying you were born for this?
At present, I believe that fighting connects me to my subjects, so to speak. The battlefield reminds me of what it means to be royalty. Some call me a savior, but I do not deserve such a name. In combat, I am but a soldier. I learned that lesson well. Untethered by titles, I can wield a sword without restraint. Knowing that I stand with 8 million Judish lives at my back is what gives me the strength to fight another day.
Words I'm sure will give any who read this piece strength.
Why, thank you. My world has grown much wider thanks to the people I've met, both at the Institute and among my friends in the squad. They too are connected to countless other lives. Once I realized that, it felt as if liberating a country was like bringing freedom to each and every one of its citizens.
Restoring their freedom, huh? I see.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, so we got multiple plots going here.
Then allow me to continue.
February 7th, 1854 EC. So we've gone a month.
February 7th. In another country within the Ruzi Empire, Solomon met with Brenlin's ambassador, off the records.
An unofficial meeting with a leading power and contributor to the BRFH blockade? The Traitors even pulled that off?
I'd like to begin by stating Jutland's stance regarding the other world powers, what with this war with Ruse. We do not wish to war with the countries that are unjustly staging the economic blockade against us.
What do you mean, an economic blockade?
Ambassador, did you not agree to meet with me because you wish to have a mutually beneficial discussion? Let's be frank with one another.
You're an intriguing fellow, I'll give you that.
So I've been told.
All right, by Jove. Let's hear what you have to say first.
The land of Molda, which our country reclaimed in that initial battle with Ruse, has a history associated to it. This war originates from this grievance, and has nothing to do with the other world powers.
And just what does this grievance entail?
That I cannot say. Only that it is a problem between Jutland and Ruse.
And you expect us to accept that explanation without question?
I would appreciate if you do so.
You sound rather self-assured.
Of course. I didn't come empty-handed. I have prepared a means to prove our credibility. 3 days from now, we will liberate one of Ruse's colonies.
What?
Dunfalst, in the east.
Dunfalst? That's a country with deep ties to Brenland.
Indeed. You have disputed its ownership with Ruse in the past. Our country will liberate it, and when the war with Ruse ends, we will present it to you as a gift.
Is that possible?
Certainly. Jutland has no stake in Dunfalst, and only cares to strike a blow against Ruse. However, if Brenland wishes it, we shall obtain it. I'd like you to understand that we only have our eyes set on Ruse. I would appreciate if you take our conversation back to your homeland.
Why do you wish to accommodate our country so much?
Jutland's royal family has distant familial ties to Brenland. This proposal stems from that mutual bond.
I see. I understand now.
Returning to our discussion, the sanctions you've placed against our country aren't very aggressive.
What do you mean by that?
These are merely my thoughts on the matter. But the other world powers don't think too highly of the Ruzi Empire. In fact, you wish to be rid of them if possible. With the blockade, it may appear you agree with Ruse, but don't you have plans in place to abandon them if need be?
You say very interesting things. I will respond at a later date, so I must ask that you leave for today.
When Dunfalst is liberated 3 days from now, might I ask you to draw the Valkyria's attention for a few days?
The Valkyria? You're making a frightfully audacious proposal.
It's for our freedom. Once we acquire that, we hope to form an alliance with Brenland.
Solomon, who hurried back, immediately approached the military and influenced them to move on Dunfalst. Parliament, however, had put this plan on hold. Many opinions from both the anti-war movement and the pro-war faction pointed out its low strategic value.
Jutland is presently closing in on the Ruzi Empire from the Western Front. The next target, Dunfalst, is surely off this course. Many of you within the military and Parliament have expressed your skepticism with this proposal. However, those doubts can be cleared with but one word. And that is liberation. Jutland's suffering is one that is felt through all of Europa. There is significant strategic meaning to this. Not only do we focus on the route to advance on our enemy, but by liberating the lands claimed by Ruse, our country will do exactly what we aspire to achieve in this war. These actions will put pressure against their empire.
Interesting.
Liberation became a magic word for the country, and the Traitors supported it to justify this battle. Around this time, no one believed Jutland could ever lose.
Oh, he's supposed to be talking.
Fifi, I read it!
I feel a little embarrassed.
You sure had a lot to say.
The journalist had some very good questions. I couldn't help but to get passionate.
Well, he couldn't have picked a better time to put it out.
How do you mean?
Well, the Dunfalst mission is to liberate the colony, right? So it's good to have the princess rally behind that word. In a way, this operation takes on even more meaning.
It's like they're still cadets.
Nothing wrong with that. It does good for morale.
Did you read it? Huh? Did ya?
No, not quite yet.
So, are you embarrassed?
Godot,
Yes, Your Highness.
any mention of Ipsaria has been omitted.
Well, the journalist did say he might leave it out.
Huh.
Looks like you're all here. We deploy tomorrow, 0400.
Well, this is rather sudden.
It explains why Parliament was so noisy.
I hate waking up early.
We've got your back. You want me or Bridget to drag you out of bed?
I'm counting on you, Tilda.
No hesitation, huh? Well, it's no wonder, given the other option.
Prep and get some rest, all of you. Dismissed.
This is going to be interesting. Secondary weapon can now be developed. Let's go develop some weapons.
Yo! What do you want? How about this? Pretty good, yeah?
Oh, flashbang.
How about this? See ya.
Off to battle we go.
What's the matter?
Well done.
The situation is grim. Well done. The situation is grim. The situation is grim. We have the advantage.
We'll go.
Op details are as follows.
To liberate Dunfalls, we need to take control of the Viceroy's office. We'll enter the city from the south. Our only objective is the Viceroy's office. In the northwest. Get there as quickly as you can to neutralize any threats. Ruzi forces laid mines along the roadway, so disarm those as you proceed. I don't want any accidental
That's all.
casualties.
Vannergan, move out.
There's something around there. How do I get to that base? That's the one I'm wanting. One over there in the west. I mean, in the east. How do I get there?
Op details are as follows.
Yeah.
That's all.
Here we go. How do I get over there? That's my question.
A little birdie from the business world told me something. Brenlin's trying to dig up dirt on you, Saul. And yeah, I greased a lot of palms to make sure this info's legit.
Well, it's to be expected. From their point of view, you could be useful in many ways.
I'm honored.
Be careful. Ruse is pretty dangerous, but you can't let your guard down against Brenlin either.
If I was in their position, I would investigate me too.
They'll be keeping an eye on you.
That's about what I expected. It'll add some tension to my life.
Stop joking around.
It's fine as long as Brenlin's focus is on me. Hamlet will be able to handle the rest.
The anti-Valkyria squad commenced their attack on Dunfalst.
Vannergan, attack!
No snow.
Let's do this! I'll never forgive you, Rox!
You are not alone! Love you guys!
I'll never forgive you, Rox!
Ready or not, here I come!
The day is ours!
To arms!
You ready?
Tis the enemy.
Open fire!
Got it bad.
Keep it up!
End this!
Keep an eye on it. Leave it to me.
I am born to the crowd!
For your foes.
All right. Commander down! That all you got?
Ding ding!
All right. Allow me to assist you.
Everybody heal up.
Allow me to assist you.
Ooh, I have pots I need to go hit.
Allow me to assist you.
All right.
I'm with you. Power comes from within.
That'll work. I swear on my sword.
Let's end this.
All right. You must hold fast. The day is ours. You ready? The day is ours.
Constant vigilance.
All right.
Yep, let's go.
I'll give it my all.
Ready or not, here I come.
Keep an eye on them. Cut them down!
What?
You're no match for me. The day is ours!
To arms!
I found them!
Point! It's an ambush! Point!
Think you could take me?
Point!
Push through!
Point!
Let's end this!
Now or never.
Who's next? That all you got? You ready?
Rest in peace.
What was up here? That's good.
Ready or not, here I come.
The day is ours! You ready? Be mindful. Let's end this!
Taste my blade!
All right.
Sniper.
Got a bad
Keep an eye on them. Who's next? Get lost! Who's next? Commander down! Wipe them out! Next! Take this! Who's next?
Constant vigilance.
Get lost! They're calling us! Commander down!
Not done yet.
Retreat! Swear on my sword! Leave
Power
it to
comes
me!
from within.
Look what I can do.
Leave it to me!
Retreat!
I offer this prayer.
Let's go.
Keep an eye on them. I am sworn to the crown!
This is for my people. Evasive action.
Retreat!
On a search.
But I don't think we'll need a cakewalk. Let's go.
Who did this?
This stinks.
On crowd. I'll give it my all. Burn them all!
Now or never!
Commander down!
In the name of Jutland! Take my blade! Go!
Take it out!
Yay!
Tango's
We can
ahoy.
handle this.
Let's end this! Take this!
Now I'm mad.
Take my blade!
I'm gonna attack! I'm gonna attack!
A worthy opponent.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance.
I offer this grace.
Not a chance.
Take it ours!
Come on, let's play! You have weapons! I offer this grace.
Now I'm mad.
Next!
Okay. No supply crates around here, anything? I'm liking the new grenades, let me tell you. Those are nice. Oh. Okay, that's where we came from. So now let's go up through here. I believe there's a group over here. No. Free and clear through here.
Tangos ahoy!
Incoming! Watch it! The day is ours!
You ready?
Bunch of lamos! Got it back, ready or not, here I come!
Targeting us!
'Twas
Keep
a
an eye
worthy
on them.
foe.
Can't be.
Incoming! Watch it!
My people, ready or not, here I
I'll
come!
focus on
Cut them
defense.
down! Incoming!
Keep an eye on them.
If they smash it,
Swear on my soul. What are we looking at?
Take them out! Day is ours!
You keep an eye on them. Who's next?
I'm not
ready or
done
not,
yet.
here I come!
The day is ours!
To arms!
You ready?
Keep an eye on them.
I'll focus on defense.
No match.
Healing. Constant vigilance.
Not good.
Get lost! Let's end this! Commander down! That will work! Take this!
Who's next?
Damn!
I swear on my
In the
soul.
name of Jutland!
Keep an eye on them.
Taste my blade!
On a search.
Keep an eye on them.
Your ears!
Well,
Constant vigilance!
who's next?
Woohoo! Now or never!
All right.
The fruits of our labor, yes? Ready or not, here I come!
Time to go disarm all of these.
Yeah! Ah!
Keep an eye on them.
Terribly sorry.
Any other landmines around?
The day is ours!
To arms!
You ready?
Constant vigilance.
Where? There's a supply crate there. While detected.
I'll prove myself.
Let's end this!
Keep an eye on them.
Who's next?
Your ears!
I'm not done yet.
Ooh, got a big battle coming
Why
up.
is this happening?
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Alright. Let's heal up for the final fight.
Ready or not, here
The day is ours!
To arms!
You ready?
Here we go. Big tank.
Yeah!
I'll prove myself.
Who's next? Let's end this!
Oh, I
next?
hate this.
Constant vigilance.
Take this! Let's end this! Well, who's next? Keep an eye on them. Commander, say is ours!
This stinks.
Constant vigilance.
On a search.
Your ears.
Keep an eye on them.
For your boo-boo. Come on, let's play.
Cut them down! What are you looking at? Crush them! Burn them all! Cut them down!
I offer this again. Constant vigilance.
Let's go.
In the name of Jutland.
Got a bad feeling.
I'll give it my all!
In the name of
Keep an
Jutland.
eye on them!
Take this here. This stinks.
Constant vigilance.
Not good! Keep an eye on them! I'll make this happen.
This stinks.
Constant vigilance.
On a search.
Got a bad feeling.
Cut them down!
Your ears. Are you alright?
Keep an eye on them!
Stay
away. Keep an eye on them!
Look what I
Let
can
us
do.
dance.
Thanks.
Word. This stinks. feeling.
You okay?
What is this?
Keep an eye on them.
Got a bad feeling. Constant vigilance.
Sworn to the crowd.
Take this!
Ew, this stinks.
Keep an eye on them.
Taste my blade. This your ears.
I'm with you.
Constant vigilance.
How good is this?
This
Keep an eye on them.
got a bad feeling.
On a search.
For your boots.
Oh, come on, you stupid tank.
Your ears. This stinks. Huh? Taste my blade.
Keep an eye on them.
Hey, how about you go? Are you alright?
Pay is out! Keep an eye on them. How good is this? Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. On a search. Thanks. How good does this happen?
Yep, constant vigilance.
Cut them down!
Your ears. Constant vigilance.
We almost got it. Come on, let's go.
Word. Got a bad feeling.
On a search. Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. How did this?
We're getting it.
How did this happen? Keep an eye on them.
Cut them down!
Keep an eye on them. How did this?
Constant vigilance. No way. Are you alright? Look what I can do. Hey, I offer this ring.
Cut them down!
Taste my blade.
To assist you. On a search. I'm with you.
Crush them! Crush them! Crush them!
Pretty cool, huh?
Tank number 2.
Mission
Yay.
complete.
B? Yeah, I missed one. Because I stepped on it.
As expected.
I hone myself for Jutland.
As expected.
Hey, 2 levels. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. All right. Thank you, everybody, for this episode. Join me again, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.